Hello. Topic today is not ravens. Oh, they dumped on me. That was a few days ago. I guess that's a thank you. And left pennies for Charles too. They dropped them up at top of the stairs where they like feeding and Mr. Squirrel and the night shift. I call them other animals that come around. I guess. But anyway, they're characters. I know. Okay, ball lightning, boom. Okay, what I was doing a long time ago at Mrs. Burpee, 1458 East 29th Street, North Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. It was fairly cold, I recall. Unheated basement, sort of. Furnace was down there. It was supplied a bit of heat anyway. Setting up the first experimental stuff that Mel Winfield observed. Bill Ross, which he wrote a report on. I can't remember if it was with Hathaway or not. I know that Mel and Billy were taking photographs of stuff. Anyway, I built the disruptive discharge transformer. I had the dual trio Tesla coil and a large high capacity high type Tesla coil. I didn't like this. I didn't want the sparks really. Had the spiral spark gap dumbbell Tesla coil, variable tuning systems, and RF racks of RF stuff running. And the Bandigrat generator that I just started to build and restore as well. I'm trying to get it to jump 2 round balls spark gaps. Okay. And I would actually turn the lights out to see what was going on with the electrical activity of electrostatics. And what I saw was that, smile, John. What I saw was these flower-shaped things like that would appear on the top part where you adjust the spark gap. The 2 balls slide back and forth, and 2 insulators, and you have screw adjustments so you can do that. These flower-shaped things would appear about 3 inches in diameter, round ball things, shaped like a round ball. They had lines running through it, making it look like a clumped up flower. Best way I can describe it. It was kind of a white, ghostly kind of light in the dark, and it was instantaneous, like that. Which, at that time, actually, I was a little irritated by it because I wanted for the spark gap to jump, which it did do when I made 2 points, sharp points, discharge units. Well, that was a long time ago. I think no, it was before I met George Hathaway and Alex Pizarro. Wow, that's a long time ago, guys. Then I played around with George Hathaway. I always referred to as a snapping gap. I did notice some weird things like a metal filament. So, okay, I went through with Colonel Alexander and George Hathaway and all those other experiments and things, BCTV News and all those news people. And then I got into making grandiose, kind of large sparking systems with 500 joule capacitors, 25,000 volts rated at, or 21,000 volts or whatever it was, plasma capacitors, and that's when I started getting weird stuff at 3744 East Hastings Street, Burnaby, British Columbia, Canada, when I moved and did my little stunt for U.S. Army intelligence people. So what happened there was, oh yeah, we did, during the U.S. government tests, we had a weird thing happen too with high voltage direct current. I think 3 of the units for the snapping gap destroyed itself for some unknown reason. We don't know why, and Alex Pizarro had to rent one from a scientific supply company for that duration of our testing. Anyway, back to, that was odd. Back to now 3744 East Hastings Street, North Vancouver, Burnaby, British Columbia was scaled up version of the sparking gap, snapping gap. That's when it's doing bead lightning. But also we'd noticed a quadrant of metal filament, liquid metal filament. That's what it appeared like. I think perhaps it might have been something else. We don't know. It was Daniel Bottomley and myself looking at this thing. It's about 3 inches long, curved metal thing that appear and disappear, appear and disappear. And Danny said, "What's that?" And I thought, "I don't know." But getting into then bead lightning, I developed that. On occasion it would work. It was very frustrating. Most of the time it didn't work. But then I developed a waveguide to shoot the beads out at the other end. And on occasion I got a larger ball that would go kind of like that. Like, can vanish, just make a pop sound. If that makes any sense. Now, there's a lot of stuff I've probably forgotten about that I did do. I do have on video a experiment I did with xenon or argon or neon. It was a quartz crystal round ball like that, which you've seen Dr. Thurston Ludwig filmed extensively in his 2 weeks of filming. That same thing I was using, I think it was a smaller version. Yeah, I don't know. At least I videotaped it. What happened was that it would put out an outer field of plasma, which appeared to be plasma, around outside the actual tube, which was round, had 2 sharp points in it for discharge, and it was used in Navy ships with extremely bright lights. Very tiny thing, really, when compared to the light it put out. And I was using 21,000 volts direct current, like that. You could see it, and then sparks, and then this blue thing. And that was 2004, 2003. I was with Grant Ramond and Thomas Messer of Germany, doing stuff. This is stuff I was just doing in the apartment, which was 727 Fifth Avenue, apartment 305, North Vancouver, New Westminster, British Columbia. Well, I'm going too fast. Maybe I'm making mistakes here, but so I got appeared to be about that large, a bluish, kind of moving thing outside the sphere of glass, and then what appeared was another one breaking away from it, what appeared underneath, and it was pulsating. And I kept the camera running. I got it on the videos. Got to upload that stuff, figure out how to use VCR and all that again, I guess. But it appeared rather small, oblong-shaped thing, and the frequency was around 25 cycles per second, and of direct current being pulsed through, and then eventually that got kind of rough looking. You actually see it on the video, you can hear it too. Then everything went black. So I discovered later on that it destroyed the actual high voltage rectifier valve tube. And I took it apart, looked at the film, and it was all pitted and twisted up and everything else. So that's kind of odd into itself. But anyway, that's some of the info on ball lightning adventures. Trying to think of anything else. Because I moved then from that location to 560 Canby Street, the Murchie Tea Building, downtown Vancouver. And we did some testing there with unusual results and things. And then with moved from there to 13th and Kingsway with Alec Shereshetsky and George Lissicase. And there we had a lot of crazy things happen. Alec's probably the best one that would tell you the story on that whole adventure with that. Because I allowed Georgie to experiment on his own. And he got some weird things happening. And when I was in Germany, I don't know what they were doing, but George got hit by the transformer. 1,500 pounds flew off the back of a truck or something. And threw him on the ground, put him in the hospital for 3 months. Lawyers were involved. Agents were involved. It just turned a big mess when I was in Germany. Anyway, okay, I'm going to shut up for now. I don't want to keep it too long. So that's some of the ball lightning stuff. And I'm sure there's other things I got on video. I I've just forgotten about it. You know what I mean? I got many things popping along, like a metal sample falling apart. Because a friend of mine was examining some of the videos in Gold Beach and saw a metal block just weirdly disintegrating, and I forgot all about it. Still kind of forgot about it. And there was a lady filming. I was with a lady, she's filming stuff, and I had a pair of scissors that blew apart into a pile of pieces and stuff like that. So I kind of forget about it. But once I get into the videos and look at them, I'll probably remember a lot more. Okay, guys, take care. Bye.